When you take a look in the mirror, what do you see? We all are used to viewing things from outside perspective, forming decisions and taking actions from how and what we observe things. The thing is, we are accustomed to look things and take things externally. But what if we are given a chance to present a chance to reverse the lens, and if you start living life inside out? Mr. Toastmaster, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, we all have been given such chance during the course of life at some point, don't we? I was fortunate to have gone through a self-exploration journey, passing through many tunnels of darkness. Along the way, I found different searchlights which helped to find myself and understand better. In the course of time, I learned how to start living, looking within rather outwardly. Who else has got a chance for going through a journey of self-discovery? Great. I remember the first time when I was pushed to such tunnel of darkness with anxiety and depression. It was probably I was at the age of 15 or 16. I had passed my 10th grade exam with a fantastic results. And it was summer vacation time. Me and my brother decided to take a trip to Mumbai at my aunt's place. It was probably the first time we went without our parents around. While I was there in Mumbai, I felt completely lost. The world around me started to feel alien and hostile to me. While having the journey back, I was so scared and petrified that I barely could sit in the train compartment. I was scared to death and barely ensured safety of my brother. I recall when we reached our hometown, which is Ahmedabad, when Dad had come to collect us, I felt numb, absolutely numb. Fortunately, with medication and therapy, I eventually was able to come out of this tunnel of darkness. I started seeing things as it is and understood that I'm perfectly fine as I am. And there is no need to be afraid of unfamiliar situations or strangers around. Having picked myself up, founding these new searchlights, or the first searchlights, I continued my journey further with the strength inside me. I completed my high school. I got fantastic grade. I got admitted into very prestigious university, IIT Mumbai, and roaringly started my journey, the new life in Mumbai. As I entered the gates, my heart was filled with pride to be out here in such a wonderful university. I made it through. It went okay, but alas, in second semester, I was again caught up with anxiety and depression, and it took hold of me. Self-doubts made it impossible for me to take decision for which electives to take. In this caught up with this whirlpool, my mind became foggy enough to even take a move or step forward. My dad, in fact, came to Mumbai to help to get out of this situation and overcome it. And I remember doing exercise of shouting it loud to clear my mind. But alas, it all was in vain. With God's grace, I eventually came out of this darkness of tunnel as well. And I found my self-confidence and was able to discover and understand to stay free of any judgments or comparisons. I have everything in me, and once I decide, I can do it. And with that confidence, I completed my master's with flying colors, and I came to the US to fulfill my dream of being in US. I completed my second master's. I got a job in information technology, and I got married. I was doing okay in my roller coaster ride, which has been my life. I still faced issues of self-limiting beliefs, negative self-image, and lack of self-worth. With all of this combined, it was in 2012, while I was making the change or move over from one department to another in Bank of America, I was pushed into most terrible tunnel of darkness. It was also then my sweet daughter Suhani was just born. It was only because of my wife and her strong will that time that helped to give me enough support both medically and psychologically. And while I was going through and overcoming my self-sabotaging patterns, I stumbled upon the book that was placed by my wife on my bedside table. Dale Carnegie's Stop Worrying, rather, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, which is the key. How to stop worrying and start living. As I was going through the book, I started learning and discovering my weaknesses and learned how to overcome it and convert into the strengths. I went through the process of self-realization and self-actualization. And as part of the process, I discovered this strength and came out even stronger and enough to eventually write my own book in 2019, Soar, Grow from Within and Unleash Your Limitless Potential. Friends, I have come to understand it does not matter what possibly you are born with or what life hands to you. It does not matter how people see you and how they perceive your success. Friends, the only one thing matters is how you see yourself and your inner journey of self-discovery. Remember the most important thing. All the external experiences of our life are essentially the reflection of our inner landscape. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Mr. President.